Welcome to BallinCraig Estate for this first look map tour with me, MrSealyp. This is a map by McCormick X70.80. It's been on PC a while, I believe, and this is the 2017 console edition. And I have to say, before doing anything else, this is right up my street. This is my cup of tea. I like this map a lot already. Now, from what I can see here, no, I've had a quick look around the map, as I often do. But we start our map tour at the main farm in the centre of the map. Pretty much the centre of the map. Scroll across, and there's the map. It's not very big at all. One of the reasons I like it, I did my Let's Play on the Golden Days of Farming, Small Island. I loved that Let's Play. This, I don't know, there's something about it. This is not going to be for everyone. If you like your big maps, big open fields, big machinery, you're not going to like this, I don't think. That said, you could come on it and absolutely love it. You might think, you know what, I fancy a change. Let's do something different. It's tight lanes, narrow field entry points. You're not going to get away with big machinery on this map. No way, shape or form. There are 19 fields. There are 2 main farms. There's 1 sell point. There doesn't appear to be a silo, which is interesting. There's no water course, so there's no river, there's no lake, no pond, nothing like that either. It's a little valley set in Northern Ireland, and it's a dairy farm. The other thing about this is you've got cows, you've got sheep, but no pigs and no chickens. So it's predominantly dairy with some sheep kind of added in there. You can do a bit of wool as well. So we start here, and the fields you start with are 7, 8, 9 and 10. So this kind of bottom corner, the southwestern corner of the map, are the fields you start with. In the southeast corner, we've got our shop, we've got a petrol station, gas station, fuel station, whatever you call it, and there's a little village here. In the northwest corner of the map, you've got your sell point, you've got your livestock market, and you've got your wool sell point, and that's it. That's all there is to it. All of the fields are grass, apart from 7 and 11, which have got barley in. They're fields. And this is geared towards a dairy farm. That's the whole point. Probably another reason I like it. It's simple, it's charming, there's a quirkiness to it that I think is absolutely brilliant. Price wise, you haven't got much of a choice. There's Bolton's Merchants, or Bolton's Merchants. That's it. That's your sell point. But interestingly as well, looking at the farm silo, because there is no farm silo, you've got nothing stored already. You have no crops. The whole point about it being barley fields that it gives you already is the fact that if you cut those, you can leave the straw swaths, and then you've got straw for bedding for the cows. That's it. Brilliant already. As if it's not good enough already. The scenery, the textures, the details are just amazing. It reminds me a lot of Drummard Farm, which I also loved. It's got the sweeping kind of landscape that I really, really like on a map. I don't know, like I say, for me it ticks all the boxes. It's not going to tick the boxes for everybody, but anyway, let's open the small map. At the moment we're facing south. That's south that way. That way's west, up the side of the valley. That way's north, that way along the valley, and that way's east, the other side of the valley. Down the bottom of the valley there's a little road, and that road winds round to the village over there. That way it winds round that way up to the sell point. So it's kind of like a, well, I suppose like an S shape, kind of a reverse S. Regardless, let's have a look around the farmyard. It's great. It is very tight, it's very narrow, there's not a lot of space Like I say, this is not a big machinery map. You're not going to get away with it. There are little barns dotted around that have got lots of bits of machinery all kind of stored away in them. You do start with a fair bit of machinery, I have to say. If we have a quick look on that, you start with the New Holland T5, you start with an old New Holland 8340. We've got some stall equipment, front loader, pallet forks, bale spike. We've got the roll type bale forks for round bales. We've got a K1660 axial flow and a 1030. I did even think on this map, in my head I'm thinking, whoa, I could go to town on this map. I would use small machinery again like I did on Golden Days of Farming, maybe even like the Bison harvester. You're only going to get away with small ones. You're not going to be able to move big harvesters around on this map. Maybe a couple of small harvesters would be better than, you know, a massive one. Header trailer, Brantner trailer. We've got our collar disc farmer cultivator, Kuhn Verimaster plough. We've got a little seeder, fertiliser spreader, rear mower, and we've got a tedder, a windrower, a baler, all the stuff you need to start you out, small machinery to do work with the cows. And we've got a Joskin Aquatrans for your water needs. That is it as far as equipment goes. And like I say, it's all dotted around in little places. So let's just open up this door here. In this barn here, we've got our vehicle workshop, the two New Hollands, the baler, front loaders, a few little bits in here. The lights around the place are not automatic, they're ones you would do yourself. I think most of the barns, I'm trying to think, where are they? A lot of the barns have got them. But what's also interesting is you've got a lot of these, the same kind of style, these dairy farm kind of shelters that run along. Now I'm assuming, and I could be wrong on this, but we'll see, this is a mild assumption. The fact you've got this little area here with straw in it already, I'm assuming this is where the straw bedding goes. That could be wrong. I'm not too sure. If I open this gate here, so we've come up from the farm, we're just here. That one's got machinery in. That one could be for straw, I'm not sure. This one, if I left click, this is where you can buy and sell your cows directly if you don't want to transport them, or if you want to transport them yourself, this is where you're going to load or unload them with the trailer. As you can see, you already start with 25. That's pretty cool. 25 cows straight off the bat. That is incredibly generous of the map maker. I would be happy with 10. If we move along to the next one over, and we open this one up, I'm assuming this is your feed troughs. So I'm thinking, and like I say, could be wrong, that's where you load and unload. That's for your straw bedding. That's for your feed, I believe. Got another one that opens up here. So all the cow side of it, the dairy farm side of it, is all this side. But we have got round here though as well another bit with some cows in and another trough. So I don't know if this is a feed trough as well. Again, without actually getting some feed and trying, but there's more light switches. But here's where your Aquatrans is. Now, like I said, there's no water course. I was looking around for a standpipe, some kind of hose, whatever it is. What I actually realised very, very quickly, your Aquatrans is here. Behind it, you've got this little tank. This little tank is your water refill point. So the Aquatrans is right in front of it. So if you need water, it's from here. Unless you put your own water tower on or something like that. It's entirely up to you, of course. If we carry on along, actually before we carry on along, let's go through one of these. Actually, I'll hop the fence. I can't hop the fence, can I? Let's open this at the end here. I thought, first of all, I saw this hose pipe. I backed the Aquatrans into here to try it, just to see if I could find out, and that wasn't it. So it turned out it was that tank. I love the layout of this. There's something about it that just makes it feel real. It's kind of, I don't know what it is. You know, I don't know if it is actually based on a real farm, a dairy farm. But it feels very, very realistic. Hop the fence here, and here's your water troughs. That's where the water's going to go for your cows. But what I love is, look at the sweep up the hill. I don't know. I'm going to keep saying it. I love it. I think it's brilliant. That track running up and seeing it go up the gradient, up the hill up there. It looks awesome. It really, really does. Anyway, fuel just on the left here. And if we go along, and we're still on the right-hand side where all the dairy side of things are, we've got round here, up this ramp, around the corner. This is your silage pit. I better check, because I'm making a mild assumption there. Yep, fill level, chaff compacting, that is the silage pit. But what is cool about this silage pit is this. You can come around with a small trailer, you can tip off the back, and that kind of makes it a lot easier. I found on the Valley of the Old Farm, having the pits you can tip over the back, it makes life a lot easier. But little feature here is this thing here, this barrier. If I go and press circle, you can lower the barrier down and it kind of disappears into the ground. So you can back in and tip it all from inside if you want to, from the front in, or you can go in from the back. If I press square, raise that up, put that back up again. That's cool. That's a clever little feature, that. Really quite neat. Right, I'm trying to think. What have I got? I'm just keeping my eye out for light switches. There we go, there's another one there, which does that one, which also does that one. There might be one for in there, didn't see it. Never mind. You get some light overspill through there. But anyway, this is field 7. This is your barley field that you start off with, that you kind of own, I suppose, because then you can get straight in and get some straw swaths going. What is interesting as well, like I say, the mod creator, the map creator, been very generous. They give you a load of silage bales to start off with as well. So you start off with some silage bales, which is going to come in very, very handy to get going straight off the bat. Now, that's the cow side of things done. Like I say, that's 7. Field 8 is this one just here, which is grass. And then you've got field 10, which is just over there. And field 9, which is just behind 7 here. All grass fields, but you own those to start off with. This side is your sheep. So if I open this up, you'll see in here, et voila, some sheep. If I open up this one here, you've got your feed trough just here for your sheep. Another light switch. But if this is where you've got your load and unload point. So if you want to buy and sell from here, or you want to load or unload, that is just inside this door here, on this end barn, this side. If I go through this barn and open up, we have got over here, where is it? Over here, in amongst the grass, is your water trough for your sheep. Now, the one thing I don't know, and I really don't know, is where the wool pallets spawn. I'm thinking maybe here. Does that gate open? That gate does open. I thought it did, hang on. Yeah, so I don't know if the wool pallets are going to spawn here. I'm trying to work out where else they might come that's not in the way of something else, and I haven't really found anywhere, so I'm thinking it might be there. I could be completely wrong. This area is where your aquatrans and your water is. They're not going to spawn here unless they spawn in the field, maybe just inside here. I can't find any hazard marking sort of strips on the ground or anything, but this is your sheep field just here. That's pretty much it for the main farm. And I have to say, the more I go around this, I'm falling in love with this map. I really, really like it. I don't know. I can't run 3 Let's Plays at the same time. I wish I could. I think I would do this one in a heartbeat. So let's jump into the 8340. And we're going to head out of the yard and down into the valley at the bottom. Now if you look very carefully, well, so you haven't got to look very carefully, you can see straight away how narrow this lane is here. The gates for getting in and out of the fields are very, very tight. Now, which way should I go first? I think I'm going to go this way, I think. I'm going to head south. along this kind of, not quite in the bottom of the valley yet, I suppose almost just there, but one side there and one side going off that way. We're going to head towards the town. Oh, actually before I do that, let's just very quickly just jump out through the hedge. There are no collisions on the hedges, but I have found there some of the fences knocking about. There are collisions on the fences. Right, now interestingly, and this confused me a little bit, this field is ready to harvest, and this is a field that obviously you don't own. If I click on that, it says there are currently no missions available, so it's not allowing me to do a contract. Now admittedly all the other fields are grass, so there's not going to be any contracts on those, but this one it's not letting me. That said, it's the only field you've got you can do contracts on, so I suppose realistically there are no contracts on this map. It's way too small, but there you go. That's the other barley field just here, but there's no contracts that I can tell. I can hear honking of horns because I'm blocking the road. So continuing on, most of the gates are single gate entry, so like I say, big machinery not going to get in here. I like the fact a lot of these fields are up on hillsides. They're going to be a lot of fun to work on. So as you come around the corner, we are now heading into the little village. There's not a lot here, a few houses, fish and chip shop on the left, church on the left, petrol station, fuel station, gas station, whatever you want to call it, on the right hand side there. And then we head up the hill. There's a little track leading off here, just off round to the fields this side, in between here and the store. The store is at the top of the hill, just round the corner here. Not a very big yard, not a huge amount of space. It looks like it's just an old garage that's just kind of been converted over. BallinCraig Commercial Garage. 3 kinds of service: good, cheap and fast. You can pick any 2, I like that, very clever. Right, so there's your store, and over here we have got our sell or customise your vehicle point. Now with some maps, if you chose to reset a vehicle, some maps reset back to the store, some reset back to your farm, some reset back to a field next to your farm. On this one, if you reset a vehicle, it resets it back to field 10, just here, right up in this corner, which I tried. I thought I'd see if it respawns you back at the store or not. Field 10, which is interesting, not field 8, which is close to where you are or anything like that. No, all the way out here, top of the hill, in field 10. So if you were deciding to reset anything, if you get stuck or anything happens, that's where you're going to end up. So moving swiftly on, we're going to head to the other side of the map. It's not going to take long, it's not a big map, and I think that's another one of the reasons why I quite like this. It seems quite endearing. I don't want it to sound patronising. It's a charming little map. It's quirky. It's, I don't know, I keep saying there's something about it which makes it really nice. And that's not condescending in any way. It's a brilliant map. The details. Barbed wire fencing. The grass isn't bland. It doesn't look kind of ordinary. You've got these little bits of what look like almost heather or something in amongst them. And the details looking across the map are great. Absolutely fantastic. But again, incredibly narrow. Field prices are incredibly good. I like as well the fact some of these fields are kind of interlinked. You have to go through one field to get to another field kind of thing. If I check this one here, this is a 1.3 hectare field, 21,000. Not too much at all. From having a quick look around, I think this guy here, Richard Wright, owns everything at the moment. When it says BallinCraig Estate, I'm assuming it's his estate. But the thing about this is, with having so many grass fields, there's absolutely nothing to stop you having half of your fields grass for keeping your cows going, and then ploughing the grass fields out and having arable fields. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't have to stay as grass fields. Plough them out and repurpose them for whatever you want, really, which I think would make it really fun. It would be an interesting way of doing it. start off with the dairy and then kind of spread out into arable. You might need to stick a silo somewhere for storage if you want to store, unless you just want to put it straight into the sell point. It's not like you've got much of an option to wait for a good price at a sell point. It's the only sell point you've got. So I'm now heading north. Like I say, it hasn't taken us long to get to the other end of the map. We're heading north past all these field entrances, and as we go around the corner here, we've got another little yard, and just in here I think we've got some more machinery, he says. It's like this whole area is set up for dairy. There you go, lots more cows in here. I'm sure there's machinery. There you go, other side of the cows. Where was it? Here we go. Right, so in here we've got our plough, we've got our fertiliser spreader, seeder and cultivator all tucked away in this little barn space here. And we've also got some fertiliser. This is given to us. Just turn the light on. Oops. So you get these fertiliser pallets already. Now the other thing I didn't come across at the main farm were seed and fertiliser refill points. Didn't find any at the main farm. They weren't at the store, so we're going to head up to the sell point. Up the hill, up the side of the valley. And just on the right here. We've got our sell points in here. So it's the wall sell point and the normal sell point. We're just through here. Let's turn in. A very nice manicured lawn there, very tidy, very neat indeed. So there's your sell point, just there. We've got our wall sell point, which is just here. Again, I can't see any seed or fertiliser refill points anywhere. I think these are just here kind of for show. I couldn't see anything. I brought a trailer up to try. This here, this is your livestock market. A little bit smaller than Emerson's, but it is your livestock market. Click on here. And I was going to say all of your animals, your cows and your sheep, you can buy here and transport from here should you wish to do so. So I've got these two here. What have we got in here? I'm assuming that's water. Some of the maps this is fertiliser. It does say H2O tank. I haven't tried it. I did back a trailer in here. I haven't tried it with the seeder, so I'm not sure. Maybe this is the seed refill point. I don't know for definite. It could be. It might be you just need to do it all by pallets. You have to buy everything pallets and collect by pallet. If not, you can put yourself a placeable seed refill point wherever you want to. And in this one here, we have got your bale sell point tucked away very, very neatly in this barn here. And believe it or not, that's it. That's the map. That's everything. It didn't take very long at all. I've done some first look map tours where I've been quite concerned I'm not going to fit it all into an hour. So it's nice. I am really very, very enamoured with this map. I do like it. McCormick X70.AT, fantastic job on this. It's absolutely brilliant. And like I say, it's not massive. It's not going to be to everyone's taste. If you're used to doing massive maps, you like doing massive maps, you like big machinery, have a go at it as a challenge. Just try it, you know. You might decide you like it, who knows. Or if you just fancy something a little bit different. I found when I did the golden days of farming, I found it incredibly relaxing, almost kind of therapeutic, because you weren't stressing or trying to deal with so many fields and massive fields and trying to get everything done when it needed to be done. It was kind of relaxing, knowing you could take your time, and it was more just about the farm itself and the farming and getting it where it needs to be. So I'm just going to go here, up through the farmyard. I'm not being blind. I hope I'm not being blind. I can't see a seed fertiliser refill point anywhere here. But I'm going to whiz around the corner here and up the hill. Past the cows. This is still up to the very top here. I'm going to finish up here only because the view's brilliant. It is stunning. Great map, cracking job. I think it would be a challenge starting off with just cows and getting everything ready for making total mix ration, that kind of thing. You might need to put a placeable silo in maybe for putting straw and hay and stuff like that. Maybe one for all of your grain storage if you decide to turn half the valley into arable fields or whatever you might want to do. That would be entirely up to you. But that's it from me. That's all there is to it. I hope I got everything right. I'm pretty sure I did. There's a couple of bits, obviously, where the wolf pallets spawn, I'm not too sure. And where the straw goes for the cows, it seemed to me that would be where it would be, but it could be wrong. I hope it is. I hope you found it useful, informative. Even if you've just enjoyed watching it and you have no intention of doing the map. If you have any of those things, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.